hey y'all, hey, it is your girl. It is your girl, Tiana. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, if you are not, welcome back. I am happy to have you here. I am happy that you clicked on this video, and by the title, we have a lot to talk about. A lot. So my question is, where are the preteen stores and brands? Why are 12-year-olds in Sephora? Why are prom dresses getting more revealing by the year? Why are these grown rappers and celebrities entertaining and dating these teenagers? And why in the world are certain brands marketing to young girls? I'm telling y'all, we have a lot to talk about. Let's get into it. So today I want to dive into a topic that I think is very important, it's very crucial, and it's very concerning, to say the least. So the adultification of young girls, it's not a new thing. It's been happening pretty much since the beginning of time.
The first rule in applying eye makeup is you can never wear enough blue eyeshadow.
It's time for school. Do you think we look old enough? How old do we want to look?
But I think within recent years, we've been moving towards normalizing it way more. And I feel like it's now becoming a trend where society increasingly treats young girls as if they're older than they really are. And it also seems with each decade, it gets worse. And this is not just weird and odd and problematic, but it can also lead to something that's a little bit more dangerous and harmful. So just to ensure that we are all on the same page, let's agree on the definition of adultification. So reading here, according to the Cambridge Dictionary, adultification is the process or fact of treating or considering a child as if they're an adult, usually in a way that is wrong or harmful. And adultification happens when children, particularly young girls, are perceived and treated in a way that makes them a little bit more mature than they are. This often involves imposing adult responsibilities and behaviors on young girls. And it's very visible in the beauty industry, the media, and fashion. Hot take, very hot take. Y'all know I'm good for a hot take. I believe that social media should not be allowed to children under the age of 18. I said it was a hot take, and I don't think it's gonna happen, but I don't think it would do that much harm if it were to happen. Children are impressionable, and they find themselves mindlessly following trends, completely unaware of how their actions and the media that they're consuming can affect them more times than not in a negative way. And I think the main issue here is that today's kids, they're being raised by their phones. They're being raised by their iPads. They're being raised by these devices. And through these devices, they're gaining access to a lot of different information as well as misinformation. I think we're all victims of miscommunication in 2024, but just seeing the harm that it causes to grown folks, can you guys imagine what it's doing to children? Parents no longer see the value of raising their children due to the convenience of just giving them the device. They just hand these children an iPad to keep them quiet, to keep them out of their hair.
Social media has started to take over for parenting. Parents are seeing mannerisms, ideas coming from their kids that they didn't instill because their kids are open to a much wider point of view online. Instead of talking to their children, maybe listening to what their children have to say and understanding their point of view, they instead try to control things that they feel they have power over.
But again, they are so unaware, or I don't even know if it's unaware. I don't know if it's unaware. I don't know if it's just they don't care. But a lot of parents are just so unaware of the type of media and content that these kids are consuming. Just exposing themselves to all types of media on different types of platforms. It's kind of insane. And I'm saying that because as an adult, as a 23-year-old, I know some of the stuff that I see on the internet, I'm like, okay, I could have went my entire life without seeing that. So just imagine someone who's 14, 15 on Twitter, on TikTok. It's insane. It's insane because those two apps alone will put you in rabbit holes that you did not need to be going saying. Even hands-on parents who do try to monitor their children and limit, the time that their kids are spending on these devices, that's a challenge too. Technology is literally omnipresent. It is everywhere you go. You're gonna see it everywhere. You're gonna have access to it somehow in some way, shape, or form. You cannot get around technology. And it's impossible to always protect kids from what they encounter on their screens. And it's just human nature to find ways around restrictions. I remember back in the day, it's crazy that I'm having to now say back in the day because I'm just 23. But I remember back in the day, all you needed to do was jailbreak that phone, jailbreak that iPad, and all them restrictions was out of there. If you know, the jailbreak era was a crazy time. I don't know if people still jailbreak or not, but my point in saying that is like, even as parents who do try to be a part of that, technology process with their kids and do the screen time and limit how often and how much their kids are on these devices, they're gonna find ways around it. Parents might set locks on certain devices and accounts, but all it takes is that child going to school, being friends with someone who does have access to this account, and there's that. The jailbreaking era was crazy. Listen. And it also seems as if being a teenager is not fun. It's not cool. The girls don't want to be teenagers no more. Maintaining innocence and valuing childhood and just the overall process of growing up, it is not a thing anymore. Because why does a 13-year-old know to apply a full face of makeup better than a 40-year-old woman who more likely needs those skills more than that of a 13-year-old? From the moment these girls turn 10, 11, 12, they are in Sephora wanting to buy retinol, makeup, foundation.
I just saw a girl on my For You page talking about how Sephora has become the new Claire's. There's a bunch of 10-year-olds running around fiending for Drunk Elephant and looking for rare beauty as if Selena Gomez is in the building. And let me tell you, I have a story for you. These 10-year-olds are crazy. Literally the most feral. I was a camp counselor. The Sephora kids are different than any type of kids. First of all, whatever did happen to Claire's? Because I catch myself going into Claire's sometimes when I want a pair of cheap earrings or
Listen to the skincare regimen of these tweens.
I have my Glow Recipe toner.
I have my Ordinary serum.
Underrated Fenty Skin Hydra Visor. It's like a sunscreen.
I use my Tower 28 SOS spray.
Drunk Elephant Eye Cream, amazing. TLC serum.
This is my Laneige moisturizer.
Teens spent 33% more on cosmetics and 19% more on skincare products in 2023 than the year prior, and that number is expected to continue to grow. Companies using social media messaging and marketing to attract more and more young consumers.
Where are the wrinkles? Where are the dark spots? Where's the aging? Is it in the room with us? Now, don't get me wrong, okay? It's never too young to teach your kids. Take pride in their hygiene and self-care, but there's a line, and that line over time is seeming to disintegrate into the abyss. It's getting harder to differentiate a 14, 15, 16-year-old versus a 24, 25, 26-year-old. I'm lying. It's actually backwards now. Some millennials and Gen Z look like Gen Alpha, and Gen Alpha look more like millennials. They're not experiencing that awkward preteen phase that we all had to go through it. And listen, if I could have avoided that phase of my life, I would have done some research. And I would have probably tried to take all the measures to ensure a seamless transition because 13 was insane. But we embraced it. We still embraced it. We still got out on the other side. Because our classmates, the teens on TV, teens around us, we looked like children. It was not odd and unusual to look your age. You probably had that new Aeropostale, that new pink, but at the end of the day, you still looked your age. That was not a weird thing. We had businesses and brands that focused solely on preteens, like Justice, Limited 2, Claire's. Oh, Claire's used to eat down. Okay, clear?
Quick, did you hear that Justice was going bankrupt because it's a preteen clothing brand? But the preteen era is kind of like ending because preteens are no longer dressing like preteens anymore. They're dressing in crop tops and like more provocative clothes, you know, that's really not age appropriate. They're just kind of skipping the preteen phase where, you know, where it's like the colorful shirts and the rainbows and the shorts. And, you know, I'm not saying all of them because I'm pretty sure there's still some girls out there that, you know, go through their preteen phase, but like the majority of the preteens.
So is Justice still at the mall?
No, dude, they're starting to be sold in Walmart.
TV shows like That's So Raven, Hannah Montana, Miss Lizzie McGuire. And do y'all remember those teen magazines? Like, we low-key ate. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Gen Z, we low-key ate. That little preteen phase, the preteen era was, she was a hot mess, but she was necessary and she was fun. And listen, I know it's currently a trend to hate on this young lady, but JoJo Siwa, who was a young child star, and after her Dance Moms era, she pretty much became an even bigger star by capitalizing and branding to young girls. She sold her bows, she had her tours, and that was very successful. But it almost made people uncomfortable that JoJo wasn't grown enough. And think what you want, but that JoJo Siwa era, that was a breath of fresh air. JoJo Siwa kept our little girls. She kept our young girls. She would wear bows and the glitter and the cute sneakers and the fun and the preppy colors, the fun outfits. The internet literally bullied JoJo Siwa into whatever is happening right now. Now look what y'all did. Now we're all subjected to it because y'all bullied that girl. But yeah, these places and these TV shows, they made it okay to be a teenager, to have an awkward stage, to go through the growing pains of being an awkward 13, 14, 15, 12-year-old. But now once a girl turns 10, her options are little to none. Children from Aeropostale, is Aeropostale still a thing? I don't even know if Aeropostale is still a thing, but they're now jumping from the Aeropostale phase to Zara. Baby, I'm not even advanced enough for Zara. Why are you 14 in Zara? I'm missing something? I'm being a little dramatic. This is a Zara inspired outfit that I did put together, but the point is I'm grown. I'm 23, and this took me a little minute to even come together and put together. But follow me on Instagram for more of my outfits because I do in fact be putting that shit on. So go follow me on Instagram. Okay, back to the video. And department stores don't even have junior sections anymore. Like, where are the preteen brands? And my point is, I don't think it's super abnormal for a younger girl or a young girl to, you know, want to be an adult and want to be grown. We all went through that. Like, we were all 13, acting 16. When we were 12, we wanted to be 15. Like, that's girlhood. Like, we explored with makeup, we explored with fashion a little bit, and we did different things to feel like we were growing up. But at the end of the day, we looked a hot mess doing it. Balance. There was a clear distinction between every single phase that we had. We had the middle school, younger girl era, we had that preteen awkward era, and then we had the high school era, and then we had the college girls, and then you got to adults. There were like 10 different in-betweens between child and adult. I don't know. I really feel like there were more brands and businesses that were just more intentional about that clear distinction. Like, their target audience were preteens. Now it's like, we don't really see that. And this is not a new problem, y'all. Historically, young girls have often been adultified. In the early 20th century, societal expectations and economic conditions forced children in general into adult roles prematurely. However, just the rapid rise of mass media in the late 20th century and 21st century just blew that issue up completely out of the water. For example, in the 1990s and like the early 2000s, we saw a surge in the marketing of tween fashion and beauty products that targeted young girls with adult aesthetics.
Despite the fact that I have seen tweens and teenagers on this app using Drunk Elephant, it's not something that I had ever seen marketed to kids. Till early December, when on Instagram the brand was asked if the product was safe for kids and the founder said yes. I want to be clear, the founder did caution these tweens and teenagers to stay away from the more powerful products, like the things that contain retinols and acids. However, in all of my years of using these products, even though the packaging is cute as hell and very appealing to the tween or teenage eye, it is again on the parents to be mindful of what their children are consuming and the products that they are using and purchasing, especially since these tweens are not legally able to work. So for real, how are they getting this money? That is what remains very curious to me. But I want to go back to the marketing because the timing of this is very interesting to me. This occurred in early December, the height of holiday season. Now again, the founder did caution teens and tweens away from the stronger products. However, she steered them in the direction of a more simpler, safer routine for tweens and teenagers. Suggested a few products here and there that would be good for their skincare regimen that came to a whopping $186. 5 products for $186 for tweens and teenagers, for kids from the ages of 12 to 18. It goes back to marketing, specifically social media marketing. This whole thing was sparked from an Instagram post. Now, granted, the average age of the user on Instagram is a little bit older than the average age of the user on TikTok. What's concerning to me is the way girls are being targeted on this app through marketing and the messages that it is sending them and how it is eroding their self-esteem and confidence.
Smoothie! So to be clear, guys, this is not how I recommend applying skincare. I layer my skincare. But if you're going to make a smoothie, what it is you're mixing different skincare products together, either on your hand, on the bottle, like McLean is doing here. So McLean is demonstrating how to make a skincare smoothie using the very popular Drunk Elephant Be Goldie drops. So these are designed to be mixed with your moisturizer. They give the skin a golden finish, and I'm okay with her using these because they're made with 5% niacinamide, which is actually good for the skin barrier.
During my research, I found this teen/preteen, this is what they have in their bio, store called Misbehaved, or Misbehaved, one of them. And this was a couple of their posts on TikTok.
That is ridiculous. If you see us in the club, we'll be acting real nice. 1, 2, 3, let's go. You're the reason I lose myself.
I didn't want to get copyrighted here, but you guys get the memo. Like, where are the skirts over the pants? Where is the tank top layered with the sweater, layered with the scarf, layered with the side hat, where are the layers? Where are the layers? Bring back the layers. Where are the oversized belts that you would wear with the bell bottoms? Like, y'all had to be there. Y'all had to be there. But on a more serious note, this process is especially harmful to young Black girls outside the media because here in America, Black girls are already perceived as loud, aggressive, hypersexual. And Black girls are also perceived as being more responsible, stronger than their peers, and more mature for their age.
I feel like in a way, adultification dehumanizes a child because it doesn't give you, it takes away the child part of you.
What studies have shown is that Black girls are viewed as older, less innocent, more adult-like than their white peers.
And let me know if you also heard one of those 3 things growing up. I guarantee out of one of those 3 things, you've heard one of them growing up. Let me know in the comments. History has always painted Black women as a spectacle. We all know about Sarah Baartman and how she was displayed as a freak of nature because white minds were just incapable of understanding a Black woman's body.
She was a Black woman exhibited as a freak show in Europe. Her name is Sarah Baartman. She was trafficked, exploited, and paraded around for her large buttocks. Her story is an epitome of colonial racism and the commodification of Black people. Baartman was born in 1789 in Cape Colony, South Africa, and experienced hardship early in life. Unable to read, she was tricked into signing a contract for work abroad. She was forced to wear sexually suggestive clothing and take part in erotic shows with wealthy customers paying extra to grope her. She was unfortunately exhibited as the missing link between animals and humans. She died at age 26 from an unknown disease. The abuse and exploitation didn't even stop after her death. She was dissected and her genitals were displayed in Paris
until 1974,
Nelson Mandela asked for her remains to be returned to South Africa, and she was laid to rest with dignity in 2002.
And we've seen that time and time again. I don't know if y'all, this is kind of off topic, but if you are one of the Love is Blind girlies, we also saw that happen with AD in Love is Blind. And the way AD looked good now. AD did look good, but the way they were acting on that show, you would have thought they've never seen a black woman with a fat ass. I'm sorry.
Is absolutely stacked. AD, I say that in the most respectful.
Babe, you can say whatever you. She's a bookshelf. AD, hey, how you get a butt like that? Squats in Jesus, girl. That's it. I saw what he said. He goes, that girl. Whoa. She's pretty stacked. Listen, I be in the gym.
It was a compliment.
And that's in 2024. That's not an uncommon thing. That's not an uncommon feeling or experience for black women who have a more voluptuous body. Black girls and women have always been dehumanized by a lot of races and cultures. This expectation that society has placed on black girls puts an unnecessary amount of pressure on us to look and play the part. Even at home, some little black girls are already expected to step into a role of responsibility and maturity, stealing time from them to enjoy their childhood and just enjoy growing up. And there are a lot of black girls who experience this growing up. Not all, but a lot. Their parents don't have that support at home. So while mom or dad is at work, you have to take care of your siblings. You have to pick them up from school. You have to make sure they eat. You have to make sure everyone does their chores. You have to play the role. And we rely on our little black girls from such a young age that our counterparts could not even imagine or dream or comprehend of doing in the first place.
A lot of parents are hypocrites, right? It be the same parents who sit here and say, stay in the child's place. You can't ask me questions. But you're also the same parent who makes your child watch after their sibling.
Yep.
You make them tend to household responsibilities, cook for kids, take care of grandparents, give the grandparents their medicine, just depending on what type of household, if you have a transgenerational household, stuff like that. But you're also the same parent that say you have to stay in the child's place.
Yeah.
No.
I'm your
That child has, that child should be able to have a voice and speak as well because you forced them to mature fastly. You made them develop quickly. You made them become an adult in the household. You made them become a second parent in the household, and then you want to tell them what they can and cannot do. They can't ask you questions, but you put that on them. They didn't ask for that. They didn't ask to be your emotional cushion. They didn't ask to be your punching bag. They didn't ask to be a second parent. They didn't ask to be a caregiver. They didn't ask to be the person who's taking care of things. They didn't ask to help pay bills. They didn't ask to be at 16, 17 to go get a job and help pay bills and stuff like that. We really want to talk about
God forbid she wears some booty shorts because then she's being fast.
Oh, okay.
You push me in the fast track.
I'm the eldest daughter. Of course I co-raise my siblings, but my parents don't recognize it. I'm the eldest daughter. Of course I'm type A perfectionist with a 5 a.m. morning routine. I'm the eldest daughter. Of course I got in trouble for anything my siblings did, because we're a unit, not an individual. I'm the eldest daughter. Of course I'm a chronic people pleaser. Count me in. I'm the eldest daughter. Of course I became a chauffeur to my siblings when I got my license. Who else was gonna drive them? I'm the eldest daughter. Of course I'm the mom in my friend group. Hey, are you okay? I'm the eldest daughter. Of course I carried Mother's Day on my back. Who else was giving mom the perfect gift? I'm the eldest daughter. Of course I'm the family therapist. Who else will they talk to? I'm the eldest daughter. Of course I'm an overachiever who doesn't feel like I'm doing enough.
So when a young black girl already has these expectations placed on her, she's already thinking, I'm already doing things that adults would do. I'm acting like an adult, so why not look the part as well? The act of adultification robs our little black girls of experiencing nurture, protection, support, love. And when that young black girl looks in the mirror, she no longer sees a 14, 12, 13-year-old. She's seeing the adult role that she's playing. She's seeing a grown woman. And then she goes out into the world with the same perception. Do you understand how dangerous that is? Our society perpetuates a psychological warfare on young girls, especially young black girls. And that could be harmful because that could lead to something even more dangerous. pedophilic behavior. I want to say, because y'all not about to flag my account. I just got here. I just got here. But don't let me get it twisted. I mean minor attracted persons, as they would say. I'm sorry. They gave themselves a name. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep it cute for this video because I don't want to get flagged. Miss YouTube, she listens. I don't know if y'all pay attention to the news, but there is an entire movement to normalize and accept minor attracted persons into our society. These are the people that just believe age is just a number. These people feel as if it's okay to abuse their power, and they groom and target young children.
Folks, my name is Miranda. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a licensed professional counselor and sex therapist in Erie, Pennsylvania. And I'm using the term minor attracted persons, sometimes abbreviated to MAPS, instead of the more commonly used term pedophile. And I'm doing this because the term pedophile has moved from being a diagnostic label to being a judgmental, hurtful insult that we hurl at people in order to harm them or slander them. The person has an enduring sexual or romantic attraction to minors. They've not chosen this attraction, just as the rest of us have not chosen whatever our attraction is. You don't get to choose to be heterosexual or to be gay or whatever you are.
Old Dominion University professor is taking a lot of heat. Alan Walker said the word pedophile shouldn't be used to refer to people who are attracted to children because it comes with a stigma.
Walker said the term minor attracted people, or MAPS, should be used to describe people who are attracted to children.
It's less stigmatizing than other terms like pedophile. A lot of people, when they hear the term pedophile, they automatically assume that it means a sex offender. And that isn't true, and it leads to a lot of misconceptions about attractions toward minors.
I am Todd Nickerson. I'm a non-offending pedophile. I have never, ever sexually abused a child. I never will. I am part of one of the most hated groups of society. No question about it. We are the scapegoats du jour. I'm campaigning for better treatment of people like me. We're non-offending pedophiles. Not all pedophiles are child molesters, and not all child molesters are pedophiles. Pedophile is, strictly speaking, is just somebody who has the sexual attraction to children.
What age groups are you attracted to?
I would say it probably starts about 4 years old, and then goes up into early 20s, late teens, early 20s. I am neither proud or nor ashamed of being a pedophile. At this point, I just accept it.
And now there's this big thing about a quote unquote minor attracted people and destigmatizing minor attracted people. It's a pedophile. It's
right,
a predator.
Yeah, right.
Call it what it is. But this is the way that we're going. As soon as you start letting more and more things happen to our children, this is where it's gonna end up.
And I don't think children and their innocence are being protected. Like, as adults, I don't feel like we're doing enough. I don't feel like we're getting angry enough. I don't feel like we talk enough about things that need to be talked about. And just outside of girls, this wasn't even just on research. This was a video that I was scrolling on Twitter and I saw. I don't know if you guys know about the rapper. His name is Little RT. For his 10th birthday, his parents and the adults around him thought it was a good idea to get a bunch of strippers, grown women to attend this little boy's party, and just look at the video. Where are the adults? Sorry. Where are the adults with sense? Where are the adults who actually value that parental role? Like, that's crazy to me. And I remember seeing rappers and different artists in the club with this little boy.
Check him out, Joe.
By this time, he wasn't even 10. Like, as adults, what part are we playing in this? Justin Bieber might have been trying to tell us something with that Yummy video that might have flew over our heads.
Do y'all remember how creepy Justin Bieber's Yummy video was? Let's start off with the promotion for the song. Justin had uploaded over a dozen pictures of babies onto his Instagram page with the hashtag Yummy underneath. In the music video, you can see Justin eating at a table enjoying food with a bunch of the elite or rich people. He's enjoying a sandwich until gross food starts coming out. Then he's no longer eating, but all the rich people at the table are still eating the gross food, still participating in the gross acts. And towards the end of the music video, you see a plate with a baby Justin Bieber on it and it says Yummy. During the filming of the music video, Justin Bieber had a panic attack and had to stop filming for a while. And when asked by Ellen what Yummy meant, this is what Justin had to say.
What were you thinking of when you wrote that Yummy?
Yeah, my sex life.
Okay.
It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
I'm married, you know?
Yeah, so you got that Yummy.
That's what it is, you know?
Yep, Yummy.
Woo! Is it getting hot in here?
Yeah, it was about his sex life. And then y'all find it weird how he was sipping tea in front of Ellen and got a little nervous. Y'all tell me what you think Yummy was really all about.
That lady did come to my house and come and stay. Would you like to come and stay?
There are adults who prey on young children, and sometimes it's not even as obvious as, you know, the minor attracted person. Sometimes it could be these celebrities. It could be these people that you watch. It could be these people that you celebrate. Call these people out. Like, this is not normal, like at all. And the brands, like, this stuff is not normal. Children are being exposed to these influencers that normalize just being with men for money and clout and the lifestyle that really they don't even actually know the reality of, because the internet does a very good job at glamorizing things from one side, but they'll never tell you the actual truth about what these women go through to get the lifestyle that they get. All they show you is maybe the bag, they show you the clothes, they show you the trips. They're not showing these young girls, and they're not being honest about what they're doing behind closed doors with these men, the treatment that they're dealing with these men, and the embarrassment and degradation of themselves that they have to go through with these men to get that lifestyle. They're not gonna show you that. They're gonna show you the yacht. They're gonna show you the Chanel. They're gonna show you the trips. Be careful, because it is not the truth. If these kids are seeing their favorite influencers promoting and glorifying and worshiping these lifestyles, they are already seeing themselves as adults, because remember, there's no more real distinction between a child, a preteen, a teen, and an adult. It's now just child and then adult.
I can't believe that Jody was only 15 years old. I thought she was older, like my age. I remember 2 years ago when I googled her and it said that she was born in 2005. So I followed her because I was born in 2005. 2005 gang. But no, like, she's really 15. She looks way older, but she's so gorgeous.
Due to the process of adultification and the normalization of it. Grown, weird men that just can't wait to find that naive 16, 15, 17-year-old girl who just thinks she's so grown, just ready to offer these young girls that type of lifestyle.
Rappers that's dating freshmen. First, we got that man Boston Richie. Boston Richie is currently dating a girl named Tatiana Chanel, and that she go right there on bro. He recently spoke about her in a lot of songs, but shorty did just turn 18 years old, I think January or February. And his birthday is a month after hers. But the only difference is, I think that man just turned 27 about a month ago. Let me see, Tatiana Chanel. And just in case y'all want to see the clip of him getting her new chain for her birthday, I'm gonna roll the clip for y'all. But she was born in 2006, January 7th. Boston Richie was born 1997, February 4th. And he just turned 27 years old.
Travis Scott.
When I was younger. Oh wait, actually I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't do this game. I shouldn't do this game.
I just got a few more names.
Should I do this game? Oh wait, let me see. Because I'm going to take the ones that are not
Okay,
true.
when you were younger.
Yeah, when I was younger.
Okay, 21 Savage.
When I was younger. Oh wait, how many more are left?
No, that's it.
Okay, cool. Good.
All right.
That wasn't bad.
What about your relationship with Drake? Tell me about your friendship. How did this all come about?
I love him. I met him in Australia, and he's honestly so fantastic and a great friend and a great role model. You know, we just texted each other the other day, and he was like, "I miss you so much." I was like, "I miss you more." He's coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely gonna go and see him. I'm so excited. Yeah.
What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say?
About boys. He helps me.
What?
Yeah. He's great. He's wonderful. I love him.
What's his advice with boys?
You know, that stays in the text messages.
That again is being glorified and pushed by their favorite celebrities and influencers. But yeah, these little girls are gonna go for these grown weird men that can offer them these lifestyles that are being pushed in their faces consistently, and they're gonna go for it because that's all they're seeing. That's what's normal. We need to be intentional about reminding young girls that their childhood, preteen years, and teenage years are years that they will never get back. And again, I know because I remember what it was like being 12, 13, couldn't wait to be 15, 16. But again, the times back then were different because you still went through every phase. Now at 12, 13, your face is beat. You're on Fashion Nova, you're in Sephora, there's no distinction anymore. But we need to remind these girls that there is no rush. And to parents, encourage your girls to just be that girl, just be a girl, just be young. Embrace who you are, embrace your beauty, embrace the awkwardness, embrace the preteen years, embrace that. Please allow your children to be children. Be more intentional about protecting your children. Call out the influencers, the celebrities, the artists, the brands who are normalizing this because they're gonna have responsibilities soon. 23 hit me like a train. Once those responsibilities start, they don't stop. But let's try to create more spaces for our young girls. Speak life into our young Black girls. Remind them of their beauty when they're not wearing wigs, when they're not wearing makeup, when they're not showing their skin. Remind them of their worth constantly if you need to. Help kids to be kids in a world that wants them to be grown for their own weird and odd agenda. It's our collective responsibility to protect our kids from being prematurely pushed into adulthood. Let's try to create a world where they can enjoy being a child. Because I think it's one of the most heartbreaking things when a child or a young girl finds themselves in an irreversible situation because no one was there to protect her. That is one of the most heartbreaking things ever. And let's stop normalizing the adultification of our young girls. That is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it gave you guys something to think about. Comment below your thoughts on this video. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, and subscribe to my channel and turn on that notification bell so you are notified when I post again, which will be next week. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
All in my phone, I got options, and I don't wanna tell you to drop it, but I don't wanna